This is the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less. Ever wish you could re-listen to your favorite interview or segment? Do you enjoy hearing older shows for the first time in years? Then the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less is just what you need. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show.
Hello, everyone. John Solberg here. Happy to be your host for the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less. And I'm also happy, extremely happy to tell you that this show is being brought to you by Green Mountain Grills. For 17 years, Green Mountain Grills has brought the smoke to the competition scene in the backyards all over the world. Their Venturi-style firebox delivers the cleanest 150-degree smoke in the pellet game. Their newly redesigned 2025 Prime 2.0 grills blend the proven technology of the past with the technology of the future. Green Mountain Grills is the innovator of all things Wi-Fi, and they continue to give the users granular options to control your grill in any environment from anywhere. Green Mountain Grills also lead the packs and accessories from their pizza oven, side burners, rotisseries. They've got them. Check them all out and the new 2.0 Green Mountain Grills at greenmountaingrills.com. That's at greenmountaingrills.com. And here, let's take a step back to 2016, and I'm going to let Greg take care of the introduction.
My first guest tonight punched his ticket for the Jack Daniels 2 weeks ago, winning lucky number 7 this past weekend. He added some backup with another win, 2 in as many weeks, giving him number 8. Let's go ahead and head to the hotline and welcome first-timer to the show, the pitmaster of Rio Valley Meat Company, Fred Robles, joining me here on the show. Fred, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing good.
Fred, am I saying your last name right? Is it Robles?
Robles, yes, sir.
Robles, all right. Fred, let's go ahead and do this since you haven't been on the show before. I always like to kind of do that background thing with folks that are coming on for the first time, introduce them to the Centralites. Maybe a little background about you professionally, and then we'll build into the barbecue from there.
Well, actually, the name Rio Valley Meat comes from a business that I own, a meat market. And thus that in itself is actually why I started barbecuing to begin with. One of the ways to promote the meat market and some of the products we offered. After getting my first walk, I was hooked after that. So, and it's led to where I am now. I mean, I'm grateful for every opportunity I've had up until now, and I love competition barbecue.
Fred, is Rio Valley Meat, are you like a butcher by trade, or what's the deal with that?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's a retail meat shop here in my hometown, actually, and we offer, anything your local butcher would offer, and we offer a lot. We cater now because I'm in competition barbecue. We cater a lot of competition barbecue products as well, different injections and rubs and barbecue sauces and that sort of stuff also.
Fred Robles joining me here on the show from Rio Valley Meat Company. Fred, do you find, being somebody that's around meat and the butcher stuff, I have a show sponsor, David Bosca from Butcher Barbecue, who up and just till recently retired from the trade of being a butcher. Do you find that, having that intimate knowledge of working with the product that you're also competing with weekend in and weekend out gives you a leg up on the competition to any degree?
I think it does. Definitely, because we get to see a lot of different meats go through our doors. So for one, you get to your trimming and what have you is a lot better than just because your knife skills are just more honed in. I think is a good thing. But you get to see, just brisket in particular, you get to pick the nicer ones with the nicer marbling. You get the pick of the litter, in other words.
Fred, so having the meat market, did somebody say, hey, come out to a barbecue competition, or is it something that you read in the paper, or there a lot happening around you? Where does the step into the competition happen?
There was one, I recall in particular, which was my first ever competition, one of the bigger ones here in in the general area, Smoking on the Rio. That one has this year it actually had about 250 teams competing, and it's a big deal around here. A lot of folks go out there, and like I said, it was more of a marketing deal for the meat market. Just kind of put our banner out there, our name out there, and just garner some interest into bringing people through our doors. And that's really the whole reasoning behind me getting into competition barbecue.
Fred Robles joining me here on the show from Rio Valley Meat Company. What are you cooking on, Fred?
I'm cooking on the J3 on the Jambo.
Do you cook on any other cookers, or is Jambo the singular pit that you compete with?
Jambo is I cook brisket and ribs in a Jambo. Down here, most of the competition, most of the events are sanctioned by IBCA, so it's mostly brisket, ribs, and chicken. Actually, my chicken I cook on a Weber kettle. So it's my Jambo and my Weber, and that's it.
Have you ever used the chicken for the Jambo for everything, or has it always been a
Yes,
two?
I have. Actually, last year at Smoking on the Rio, I cooked all 3 meats in the Jambo. Did pretty well there. Ended up grand champion.
Fred, qualifying for the Jack this year, 2 weeks ago, you win number 7. There's that definitive time frame between one season to the next where if you can string 7 grand championships together, you get to go down to the Jack automatically. Is this the first time you're going down to Lynchburg?
Yeah, yes, sir. It is the first time. I'm excited about that.
So when you get number 7, you know you're going to go down there. And look, I talked to a lot of KCBS teams, a lot of FBA teams, and I've made a concerted effort here over the last year, maybe year and a half, to get a lot of the Texas teams on there. So I'm not asking you to speak for Texas, but obviously you're around a lot of pitmasters. Do guys want to win 7 or be able to qualify for the Jack? Does it hold as much mystique for the IBC and the Lone Star and some of these other guys as it does for some of the other sanctioning bodies, or is it not that big of a deal?
Absolutely, I think it is a very big deal. As we all know, the Jack is the Super Bowl of barbecue. It's a prestigious event that any serious competitive cook wants to be at. Just to get a chance at cooking out there in Lynchburg is awesome. And I was fortunate enough to get a couple grand champions under my belt before the end of the year. And this year started off great for me, and I'm just blessed that I was able to get number 7 here 2 weeks ago.
Let me ask you something specifically about the judging at the Jack, Fred, and I don't know how much you've heard about it or gotten input from other folks that have been there. There seems to be kind of that definitive percentage of, and on the smaller side, educated, certified barbecue judges, and then perhaps more of a majority of unseasoned or not a lot of judging competition experience. And I'm wondering, because IBCA and a lot of the Texas sanctioning bodies that are out there right now, there isn't sanctioned or there isn't certified judges. You're kind of getting, the man off the street, if you will, and they kind of judge, and it's a people choice type of thing. Do you find that because there is kind of a discrepancy in how the judging palettes are going to be in that tent, that you find a little bit more of a leg up on the from a high level? Do you find more of a leg up on that kind of a situation?
Find out what Fred had to say. You can get the rest of this show over at the BBQCentralShow.com. There is a link in today's show notes to take you to the complete episode. Go over there and check that out. Let me know what you think. You can always get a hold of me, John, John, at the BBQCentralShow.com. Always love to hear from you, and I do my best to get you what you're looking for. It's not always easy, but I try. Do or do not. There is no try. Sorry, Yoda. Never mind. All right, y'all. Till next time on the best moments of the Barbecue Central Show in 10 minutes or less. I'm your host, John Solberg. I look forward to talking to you again soon.